Well, this is it. This is for all the marbles coming off of a Game 5 overtime loss. We could have won it all on home ice, but an opportunity has been missed. Now we need to do this on the road in Edmonton. We need to win the whole thing on the road. It's not ideal circumstances, but you look back at this series, 5-2 W, 5-2 W, and then a 4-2 loss. So we took the first two games at home. That was critical. But Edmonton got us back in their home barn. And then we took Game 4 in a huge win, 8-5, a crazy Game 4. And then unfortunately just dropped the last one in overtime with just a little mistake. But it's a little mistake too much. And now we have to go back and play Game 6. Well, just like last year, Game 6. And hopefully the road team wins the Stanley Cup again. Because last year, Edmonton was the road team, coming into a Game 6 with an opportunity to clinch, and they did it. They did it in our barn. McDavid hoisted it at center ice. I want to hoist it at center ice tonight because I don't want to go back to a Game 7. We don't know what could happen in a Game 7, and we put all this work in. We put all this effort in, all this time to get back, make it here again. I don't want to fail myself, the viewers, the team in front of me. We don't want to fail each other. And I mean, so far, it's so good. I haven't seen a McDavid breakaway yet. That was a good look for Natchez on the back door. I just want to imagine what it's like to lift 35 pounds over my head, and not on a barbell in the gym, but on the ice in goalie skates, lifting a trophy over my head that has all the names of the players, the coaches who have won it. Hopefully we're adding our name to it at the season's end here. Hopefully we add it after this game tonight. It won't, of course, go on after this game, but you know what I'm saying. A couple of shots toward the net that don't get there. It's going to go to Domi. Matheson will shoot it nice and low on the net. Husso will cover it up and bravely played out to Lindholm. That's kept the puck in. It's going to allow us to shoot. Rebound, not there for Domi. Svechnikov tries, and Husso dives out to cover. Again, playing it to his defenseman. He is quick to try to get that puck maneuvered into the attacking zone. Now at center with Dylan Holloway skating all the way and shooting off the top of the circle. We got it. This doesn't have to be a perfect game for me. I would love for it to be a perfect game. A shutout would be amazing. And I've already said the word, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you, a shutout's not happening. I don't care about that kind of stuff. That kind of accolade doesn't matter. Not worried about winning a Conn Smythe trophy. I'm not worried about putting in a perfect Game 6. It's just things that aren't going to happen. Why waste my time dwelling on things that just are not going to be a reality? The thing that needs to be a reality? Carolina Hurricanes, in this universe, Stanley Cup champions. In the real world would be pretty nice too, but in this universe, my goaltender, Stanley Cup champion, we can put it all down as something we've accomplished. Well, last year's disappointment has not been forgotten. I have not forgotten about it. That's going to motivate me the whole game. I'm going to get this away from Draisaitl, and I accidentally have played it outside the trapezoid. So, yes, that is indeed a penalty. That's not good. Just nerves. He's nervous. I'm too nervous for this game. I'm not nervous for this game. I want this. I want this so bad. Hey, listen, we win the Stanley Cup tonight. You're going to forget all about that penalty. You won't even remember that even happened. I've already forgotten about it. I've forgotten about it aside from the fact that there's still a minute and 25 seconds of power play time for the Oilers. They're just going to skate it right into Matheson. That's extremely helpful. Not out of play. That's in the bench, so not delay of game. Let's go Oilers. Oh, I don't think so. Not today. And not today, McDavid. You're not getting your breakaways. If you give Connor McDavid so much as 2 feet of space in this game, even just 2 feet of space, it's just too much. We're already, there he goes, and he's got a goal, but he ran into me. Ooh, this is going to be interesting because Matheson played him pretty well, but McDavid, he was too hungry for the goal. That's what it is. He ran right into me, got lost in his own mind. I would be losing my mind if that had counted. It won't. We're going to get away with that. The contact was illegal. The goal won't stand. Save and cover up that rebound. That was not a good idea to play the puck. We've had a slight scare already on the power play. McDavid almost scoring, but the goal was called illegal. And with that disallowed goal, Oilers are 0 for 1 on the power play to start game 6, but they still have it in the zone. McDavid, he's trying. He is all over the ice in the offensive zone. Is it only a matter of time before we get a McDavid goal in this game? The guy's torn it up in this series. Absolutely torched. Oh, are you kidding me? That was absolutely soft. That was soft. Softer than Coach LaBelle's pillow that he sleeps on at night. Not a good goal to give up. And to guess who? Connor McDavid again. 97 strikes. Early in the game, are we just not determined to win this thing? We're going to blow this. The series is going to go to 7. It's going to go back to Raleigh, and we're going to probably lose in 7. My man, we can't be letting goals in like that if we want to win this thing. It's time to get serious, man. Time to get serious out here. Hyman shoots, and we've got it. Get serious, we have. We've got another save this time. And the pressure is tumultuous. With me giving up goals like that to McDavid, it's just run rampant in the offensive zone. Not just this game, but the whole series. He has been a problem that we have had to deal with. We have to find a solution for McDavid's prowess on the ice surface in this series. And you win the cup, you don't have to put up with him anymore. If you just win it right now, it's all over. We don't have to deal with him until next season. I mean, the team in front of me, they're going to have to deal with him next season, but they're going to have to do it without me because, well, I'm not going to be here next season. I'm going to try to enjoy this ride while it lasts. It has been really fun. I just don't want it to end in tears. I want it to end in happy tears. Let's not let this magical run go to waste. Let's not let this season go to waste. The funny thing about this season is way back in October, in season's beginning, we had just about given up on the year. We had. We went to simulating the game. We went to simulating the majority of the season just because I couldn't get the game to play well and I couldn't get a single bounce in my favor. You saw how the early part of the year went. It made sense, but we have since pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps and we've gotten ourselves in the situation that we're in game 6, but we're going to be trailing after one period of play. All hope is not lost yet. It's just a 1-goal game right now. It's just the second period of play. There's plenty of game left. But, I'll tell you, with McDavid being the little menace that he is, we got a long way to go to get home in this one. We need to start scoring some goals ourselves, or maybe just in the offseason, maybe just consider trading for McDavid, although I would advise not doing that because I'm going somewhere else. I don't even know. I could be going to Edmonton for all I know. I don't know who's going to offer what contracts yet, but I am looking forward to that process. That can't even be on my mind right now. I'm still tending the net in Game 6 with his Stanley Cup on the line and Stanley Cup final. Game 6 on the road. We got to win this whole thing, baby. Druin to Svetch. It's not getting through. The Oilers with a big block shot on that end of the ice. McDavid can't transition it well enough for them to hold on to the puck in the attacking zone. Bouchard on the wing. McDavid down low to Hyman. This is some brilliant passing. We've taken a penalty. We slash Hyman. I'm going to touch it up right there just so we get the penalty to go. That poor Hurricanes fan. He's traveled all the way up to Edmonton just to watch this. Gentlemen, we have got to make it worth that fan's trip up north. Got to make his whole evening. He'll get to see us lift Lord Stanley at the end of the night if we can pick our game up. That'll be the first thing we got to do. We're going to cradle it and let Yogi Haru do the rest. Draisaitl back in transition. Oilers didn't waste any time getting it up the ice. That was McDavid. Make me say the name Connor McDavid one more time. Just make me say McDavid's name one more time when he has the puck in the attacking zone. McDavid licking his lips to shoot the puck right now. We've got to contain him. 1:06 still left on the power play. Just diabolical. Look, don't point fingers at me. I didn't take the penalty this time. I'm not the reason we're on this penalty kill right now. I did my job. I killed off my penalty. I did exactly what I was supposed to do the first time around, and I still got to be the best penalty killer out here for this team. This is Brock Besser. Right shot on the left side. He's lost it entirely, and that might well do it for the penalty kill. Oilers look like they've changed the power play unit up as well, so no more McDavid. Besser trying to get a shot toward the net. It goes over. Oh my goodness, please. I swear to you, if that had gone in, you would never hear it till the end of your days. I just over the net, kicks off the glass behind me, off the top of the net, off of my nameplate. Yeah, off the nameplate. And then right behind me, thank God we covered this. And Yokiharu, you were inches away from causing a disaster. Well, that would have been just diabolical had that ended up in the net off of the glass, off the top of the net, off of me. So the last thing I need is a Stanley Cup final game. And a Stanley Cup clinching type of game, Stanley Cup clinching scenario, is to have a fluke goal like that happen to me. Can we please score a freaking goal? We can't even forget about scoring a goal. We can't even get it to the net. We can't even pass it to ourselves in the offensive zone. I'm having to get this. I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. Wake up out here, you bozo heads. What is this passing? We look like a circus show tonight. Nice to know that we... Draisaitl scores. It's nice to know we haven't shown up for this game. Yep, this is going back to a Game 7, isn't it? It just feels like it's just going to go back to a Game 7. We can't prevent this. The only preventative measures we can take are to score some goals. I don't know. Find some goal support. I mean, I've had McDavid and Draisaitl both score on me in this game. I had a feeling something like that was going to happen. It's always got to be Edmonton. This is the team that will haunt me for the rest of my days. The Edmonton Oilers. They're the team that are preventing me from doing what could be done. What should have been done last year. But we have a second shot at life, and we're blowing it. We are completely blowing this series right now. McDavid on the reception, shoots. That's easy. I mean, you would think it was easy, but the goal McDavid has in this game was a very fluky one. I'll tell you something about McDavid. He is just like a freaking parasite that just won't go away. It's like a cancer that you just can't kill. Him and Draisaitl. We got to narrow the lead before we get into the intermission. I feel like that's got to be objective number one. At least cut the deficit before we go into intermission. Because going down 2-0 in the third period, pressure is going to be stacked on me. I got to be great. I mean, I got to be great till the end of the game anyway, but I'm going to have to be great in the third period. If we go in trailing 2-0, this is a scenario that I didn't even foresee ourselves being in. I was hoping we could come out and dominate this thing, you know, kind of like we want it bad enough, but apparently we don't. And there we go. There's the first one. KK finally rips one short side. Why did it take so long to do it? All right, this has me feeling a little bit better. I mean, there's a lot of game left, but that's got me feeling much better. McDavid's out here doing miracles for the Edmonton Oilers. I mean, he's pretty much a prime reason why they even have a shot at forcing a Game 7. Well, Roslovic shoot, he pulls back. The point man walking all the way in. Thank God for Natchez and his well-positioned stick on that play. He's going to skate it all the way in. Drop it off. Where are we? What are we doing? What are themaking plays? What kind of playmaking is this? Is this a Coach LaBelle thing? Coach LaBelle, I don't know that I'm too keen about your offensive tactics.
I tell you the truth. I'm a little confused by your tactics.
And we've taken a penalty. Man, we just keep racking up the penalty minutes in this game. That's a needless penalty from Lindell. If we don't win this game, my image is going to be forever tarnished if I don't win this Stanley Cup. How do I live without it? How do I live without my cup? My Stanley Cup. Not the athletic supporter type. I mean, I don't know how I would live without the athletic supporter type either. I'm a goaltender. Draisaitl scores on the power play. That's rough. That is absolutely rough. We were about to go into the end of the period, into the intermission, just trailing a goal, but we just couldn't do that. That just was too difficult for us. Okay. Maybe we will. That could be one of the most colossal goals in Canes history and one of the most colossal goals in the Be a Pro series so far. We need to make a save here. We do. And just get out of the period. Josh Morrissey, thank you so much for making this a one-goal game before intermission. Well, if it wasn't for Josh Morrissey's juice missile at the end of the second period, I mean, with about like 20 seconds ago, we would be down 3-1 to start this third period of play. Screw off, Leon. I will be the king of Leon tonight. And McDavid. And the Oilers. I'm just going to be the king. I'm going to be on the top of the throne by the end of this game. I got to hold out hope. This game is a long way from done now, and that goal at the end of the period to go into this third period of play has got me feeling a little more optimistic. That was a good keep-in by Morrissey. He's playing a hell of a game. Keep him in mind if we pull this thing off. Oh, we've got these guys on the ropes. We've got the game tied. Martin Natchez. Early in the third period, we are tied at 3. This is a roller coaster of emotions for me to experience right now. I don't know whether to love this team or to hate this team. At the moment, I love the team because we've come back and we've tied it. We've forced ourselves back into a game after going down by 2 on 2 different occasions. And now, I'll save on McDavid. If we give that up, we cannot give up a 4th one in this one. We cannot give up a 4th goal. The goal support has come on very surprisingly late in this game, but we finally got it. But I don't want to make it so that these guys have to score 4, 5, 6 goals just to win the thing. And there's no guarantee we're going to get that kind of goal support tonight. This is going to be a very heavy-handed tilt until the last horn sounds, until the game is determined. Hopefully the cup is handed out tonight. We want to do handshakes. We want to see Gary Bettman. We want to get the white glove treatment. That's an awkward angle to shoot the puck from, but I'll take it. It's McDavid. No wonder. I'll tell you, McDavid is playing like a leader tonight. He is playing exactly how you want your captain to play. Are you kidding me? I am just letting this team down. That's a bad goal. I didn't look at the replay. I'm pretty sure it's 5-hole. Jesse Puljujärvi, he's got the lead back and reclaimed for Edmonton. This is just... And we've scored again. We have yet again tied it. Well, I haven't been able to say no enough times tonight to the Edmonton Oilers, but our team as a whole just doesn't know how to say no. They don't give up on a game. They just keep going. Ground and pound away. Get as much offense as you can. You're going to need it tonight. I am not on my A game, which is very unfortunate for such an important series swinging tilt. I mean, Edmonton ties this game, or ties this series rather, then we've got problems on our hands. I don't know that we could take a game 7. I don't want to try and push the limits here. Put myself under undue stress and pressure. That's what this game 6 has done, unfortunately, to me now. We're halfway to the end of the period. Should this thing go to overtime, it could very well see overtime. I got to be on my best stuff if we want to even have a chance at overtime. A 5th goal feels like devastation at this point. But you never know. I mean, the way that our team has been able to respond, you never know. I don't want to just keep doing that, though. At some point, you keep going to the well, and then the well is dried up. And I don't want to make the team go to a dry well, if you know what I'm saying. At some point, you've run out of goals to score. There could be a potential limit on goals scored tonight for the Hurricanes. We're going to need a 5th one at the moment if we're going to win this game. So you're going to have to, at some point, you're going to have to score number 5. If you want to win, you're going to have to get a 5th one from somewhere. And as well into the corner, Domi. Back to the point. Point to point. Shot high into the glove of Husso. I mean, I haven't exactly had the most beautiful display of goaltending tonight. Just imagine where this game could potentially be had I not let in a couple of softies. I've let in at least 2 soft ones in this one, and they just rifle that wide. I'm going to play this because I don't want to take any chances, and yet I may have just iced the puck, which is taking quite the chance. That is an icing. Just imagine, had I had a little more elegant goaltending, where this game might potentially be right now. But we can't, it doesn't matter. That's all just a potential. This is the reality that we're playing for. And we just got to go out and get a 5th one. That's a huge save. Be hungry. Hungry like the wolf. Get that goal. Get that next goal. We're at 4.5 minutes. And creeping ever closer to the end of regulation play. Creeping ever closer to overtime. Which I have that feeling. This is going to overtime, isn't it? This is going to be an OT game. Back to Drouin. And he can't hold on to it very long. This is still battled for behind the net. Walking around the world a little bit. From the corner, Natchez. Back to Drouin. Pointmen are settling it down for Svechnikov. Turned aside by Husso. That could have been the game right there. We have kept it in. Drouin tries to tuck it short side. Husso's got it covered right there. We're starting to look a lot better with our game here. Looking a lot better. Got a lot more possession going. A lot more pizzazz. That's how I want to play at the end of this game. I don't want to let the Oilers set any zone time up. here at the end of the game, into the third period. We're staring overtime square in the face right now. Hey, if it means we win this thing, I'll take overtime. I want to win this thing. I just don't. That's a tough little save on Nugent Hopkins. At this point, the puck goes in the back of the net. The game is basically over at this point. I got to have a save. That is huge. Thank you, Montour, in the right spot at the right time. Marvelous stuff from my defenseman. Another big rebound. These rebounds are too juicy. I don't know if I can handle the stress. 30 seconds to go in regulation. If we can pot one now, the cup is ours. We pot one now, it's definitely over. Series over, game over. This is going to overtime, isn't it? Unless Domi hands off to Lindell. That was a weak shot, and we're seeing overtime. Oh boy, game 6, just like last year, goes to overtime. So many parallels to last year. Game 6, the road team with a chance to take the cup. And it goes to OT. You couldn't script this. You really couldn't script this. This is the exact opposite of last season's Stanley Cup Final scenario. We have a chance to take it on road ice at Rogers Place, or whatever the name of this building is. There's so many buildings named with Rogers name branding on them in Canada. And we won! We won! We have the Stanley Cup! We did it! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We are finally at the top of the freaking mountain. And what a climb it has been. We get sweet revenge. The OT period doesn't even last that long. Look at the celebrations. Yes. Go ahead and give it the white glove treatment. Give it the white glove treatment. And Martin H is your Conn Smythe when I don't even care. You deserve it. I don't even care that I didn't win it. Coach LaBelle will be angry for some reason. But yeah, I don't care. We're Stanley Cup champions. Oh yeah. The white glove treatment. The cup is on display in front of all of the Oilers fans. We do it to them. We do it right back to them like they did to us last year. And in the complete maze of confetti is Dylan Larkin to hoist it for the first time. Captain of your Carolina Hurricanes, Dylan Larkin, you are a Stanley Cup champion. Yes, give that thing a beautiful kiss. And he's going to hand it off to Henry Jokiharju. He's the second man to touch it after Dylan Larkin. My big defenseman, the big boss in front. And now he hands it off to Timo Meier. Gets a chance to hoist the cup and spin around, do a nice little 360 with it. Don't drop it now. And finally, it's my turn. It's my time with the cup. Oh, this is a beautiful moment. We have finally reached the top of the mountain, like I said. And we go out in style as a Hurricane, as a cup champion. And now we wait for our picture. We take a legendary picture as a team at center ice. And we get the fly back to Raleigh as cup champions. Oh, what's this? What is the? Oh, cool. Stanley Cup champions. Yes, indeed. Oh, what is? We get a whole montage. What is this about? All the names! Where's my name? I see it. I see my name. My name is on it. Hell yeah. Oh, this is sweet. Well, folks, the impossible has been proven possible. And I am looking forward to the team trip to Hooters. We have been talking about this Stanley Cup celebration trip for a long time. It's finally reality. I am so glad to sign off as a Cane, as a champion. Coach LaBelle, it's been an honor. And we are going to have a really great summer, spending our day with the cup in the most appropriate way possible. Yes, I have. That's actually a pretty sweet photo, believe it or not. You won the Stanley Cup after so much effort this season. What can you tell us about this achievement? It's the culmination of an entire year of build-up. When you really commit and put effort and willpower into something, you can achieve it no matter what. And finally, you guys can stop asking me at the end of the year about the fact that the Stanley Cup has gotten away from me and slipped right out of my hands. You know, I didn't eat popcorn this time, so I didn't have Butterfingers. I hoisted the cup, I didn't drop it, and now we're going to Hooters. Amazing job winning the Stanley Cup this year. What can you tell us about this accomplishment? Should I just go full Kucherov with this interview? Or just go, we've been partying, we've been drinking out of the cup. I could do a full Kucherov answer. That should be an option, EA Sports. Give us an option. Oh, it's a storyline. Win the Stanley Cup. Win the next 2 Stanley Cups. Well, I can't do that. I can't promise that. You know, I don't even know about what team I'm going to be playing on next year. So let's just go for the safest answer. And go for just the team answer here. It's not something I can predict right now. There are so many things happening during the season. It all remains to be seen, or whatever it says. And who cares about the draft lottery? Because, well, we're the best team in the league. We're just simply the best. Yep, Stanley Cup champions. Finally, a year later, after it all slipped away, we finally beat the Oilers. And winning the President's Trophy in the process. And Edmonton again, defending Western Conference champions. They do it again, and we win the Prince of Wales Trophy for the 2nd time running. Martin H is taking home the Art Ross Trophy. Draisaitl winning the Hart. And Martin H is, of course, your Conn Smythe winner. And Martin H is the Ted Lindsay Award. Very nicely done. A nice cabinet of trophies for Martin H's. Oh, here we go. The contract offers for next season. Okay. None of these teams made the playoffs last year, and you know, Toronto is very tempting. I want to go play in the giant fishbowl that is Toronto. All the pressure on my shoulders to get it done as a goaltender for the Leafs. That I think makes the most sense. Obviously, Carolina would make a lot of sense, but it's time to move on and give it a shot somewhere else before this season, before this cycle of the game ends and NHL 24 comes out in a few months' time. So it's time to try something different. And I think Toronto definitely makes the most sense. I've always said it would be tempting to go there. So you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to be a Leaf. We have officially signed a contract with the Toronto Maple Leafs.